Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw is, as I mentioned, a spin-off of the Fast and Furious series, starring two characters who are not related directly to the original Fast and Furious crew. So I think this might be one of the first ventures that doesn't include anyone.
I mean, there are apparently more spin-offs are coming, so...
Dude, after Hobbs and Shaw, I'm actually really jazzed for that. I've been a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise since the first movie, when it started off as just a simple, heist in the undercover cop story, and now has become this ridiculous juggernaut in cinemas once every couple years, where it's like it started off as a very simple story, street racers stealing DVD players. Now they're freaking jumping out of helicopters and running down buildings. The Rock in the last Fast and Furious movie punches a torpedo in the face.
Yes.
And that made it for me.
And it doesn't...
No.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Actually, it does, sort of, but...
Eventually.
But the movie makes so fast that it's like, no. Who cares? Who cares?
The
torpedo...
punches a shark from the Sharknado.
Better than Sharknado.
Much better. Much better.
Okay. No, the better part of Sharknado is when he comes out of the shark, when he... with the chain, like...
When he jumps through the shark with the chainsaw and
then reaches in and pulls that dumb chick out.
Yeah.
No. This blows it away because it's not just that the torpedo does not blow up. The torpedo knows it bet not dare blow up in the Rock's face. Why? Because it's not going to kill him. It's just going to make him mad. You don't mess with a dude who, even though his arm is broken, is gangster enough to just flex out of the cast because there's work to be done.
Yeah, he spends like the 7th movie. He's in the hospital for most of the movie. Then he looks out the window and sees that, oh my god, the bad guys are fighting my friends. He flexes the cast off. His arm is fine, and he just says, "Daddy's got to go to work" to his daughter, and then he just grabs a gun and steals the ambulance and just goes. It is.
Wait, there are guns at the hospital.
Oh, excuse me. There are miniguns.
Well, he steals that later.
Grabs that Gatling mode.
He steals that later.
Where is he from whom is he stealing the gun from?
The person who was stupid enough to fire a Gatling gun at the Rock.
Yes.
Okay, did somebody come to kill him? He disarmed them.
That makes sense as to why he has a gun.
Because I'm just confused where this random
don't ask questions. You don't have time to ask questions.
There is no
it's
room
a glorious,
for inquiry.
especially the 7th movie.
And then he hotwires an ambulance and off he goes.
Yes.
Right, okay.
You don't have time to ask questions. It is so stupid.
My brain hurts. I'm just started talking about
Don't ask questions.
Don't use that side of your brain. If that side of your brain's hurting,
I don't know how not to use my brain. See, okay,
so
I have a
beautiful.
fundamental issue with people telling me to turn my brain
No,
off.
I understand. I agree with what you're saying.
I physically cannot.
I agree.
Okay, Shayna. Having seen this movie, you still can't understand why we say that?
No, I get it.
All right then.
I get it.
Okay,
I'm not
so
saying
then
I
tell
don't
our good
understand.
people,
It's just
tell
I'm
our good
incapable of doing
viewers what Hobbs and Shaw, I'm putting it on you now, you're welcome,
I
was all about.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
So this is a spin-off movie of the characters Hobbs and Shaw from Fast and Furious. Apparently, there is a terrorist at large that steals a virus that could destroy the world.
Led by none other than
Idris Elba.
Yes, my man, Black Superman.
Yeah.
Lucifer himself. Yeah. Heimdall. Opener of the gates to Asgard.
So Hobbs and Shaw have to team
From
up
the wire,
to stop him
dare.
and save the world. That's pretty much
That's
it.
literally
That's and Shaw's sister is involved.
Yeah, they.
So there's more family.
Oh yes.
There's always the family
so
thing. We always gotta
I
come
mean,
back to that.
let's be real. It wouldn't be anything related to Fast and Furious if it wasn't.
We didn't
all
have
about family.
a monologue about the importance of family.
The importance of the monologue too. They kind of slipped that in. Yeah. We're watching the whole movie like, well, I mean, there's no Vin Diesel, there's no crew. I guess we do get kind of the family there. Helen Mirren makes a quick,
yes, apparently
quick
she
appearance.
must be in more of these movies.
I would love for her to be in more of these movies.
She should be driving
I love it because she's like, it's not
driving cars.
She's like, it's not like you have to act, and I was like,
no,
wow.
This is true though.
When Dame Helen Mirren is like, you don't even have to act.
It's like it's not hard.
She's good. I like to think what she meant by that is she's so good she doesn't have to act. Her natural presence.
Well, she was saying that because a lot of the stuff is really happening on set. Like the explosions are real.
Yeah.
They're really in like high speed.
You don't have lines. You're just sitting
like
on
you
the
just
green
it's
screen.
easy to react because it's there.
I do appreciate that too. For as ridiculous as the stunts have gotten in this, when they can, they still go out of their way to do them practically.
Because they look better. Like, let's be real.
Of course.
A real explosion is always going to look better than a CGI explosion. It just is.
Yeah. It didn't. Yeah, there definitely wasn't any, like, even though there were some stunts that definitely they couldn't do for real.
You can't. There was no way they could have. Hollywood even could afford that level of destruction.
But there was some stuff that it all looked pretty convincing. It all looked pretty good, for sure. Which is always nice.
Which I was actually really surprised about. The story itself is, yes, there's the story of the virus and such, but this also brings sworn enemies. Luke Hobbs, Agent Hobbs, Dwayne Johnson, as we talked about before in the previous movies, and I forget his first name.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
He plays Deckard Shaw.
Deckard Shaw.
The brother of Owen Shaw.
Yeah,
who was not in the movie for some reason.
He was the villain of a whole movie. Yeah. Why is he not even mentioned in this?
Because it's a family movie.
It's a family movie, so naturally you can't talk about family.
It's weird because you have his mom.
I don't know. Maybe Luke Evans was busy.
Yep. But it's weird because they have flashbacks of them as kids, and even then,
he's normal.
Yeah, Luke Evans' character is
Maybe they couldn't get.
But you could get a kid to pretend to be him, though. That's why it didn't make sense.
Maybe they're gonna very cleverly write him out of continuity.
I don't know. It's
I wonder
very
if
weird.
Luke Evans was smart enough to secure the rights to his character back in like Fast and Furious, and 6.
That's what he was.
So he decided he wants to be in the next one, but I want to be in a lighter role. And then they decided, I don't like the way y'all punked me out last time. I don't want to be in your spin-off. And they're like, all right, fine, we'll replace you with the girl. It'll be better for us. We'll pass the Bechdel test.
Maybe he'll be
the Bechdel test.
Yeah, like that. Maybe he'll be the villain when they do the all-female one that they're planning on.
That's a thing.
Really?
All the later characters are gonna get a spin-off all their own.
So we're getting Michelle Rodriguez back.
Yeah,
of course.
Well, we have to. What I'm wondering is though, because they've killed or dispersed with 2 of their best female characters.
And then the other
Mia is in exile with
She's gonna be in a new one though. I read that. So they might bring her back for whatever reason.
All right, she's a very interesting character. If anyone doesn't know, we'll talk about Fast and Furious just for a second here. The reason Mia is included in these at all is because they needed a little more star power, just a little bit of juice when they released the first movie. And Jordana Brewster was the current it girl.
Yeah,
like almost 20 years ago. So they put her in this movie just as kind of like we'll have a face to add.
Yeah, she was
a little bit of
famous person in that movie.
Yep, and now she's the one that everyone's like, wait, who are you again?
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
I don't know what happened exactly with her career.
I don't think it was anything. I think
it just didn't.
I think we got Megan Fox, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay." So it's you.
That must have been so annoying for Jordana because, like, she is actually a good actress, whereas Megan Fox is not just very much. So she's just pretty, and that is.
She's mostly a set of eyes, really. Because she got those piercing eyes and
I do concur.
Yeah, okay. It's her eyes is why Michael Bay hired her.
It's her eyes.
Okay.
Yes, it's her eyes. That's what he focuses on in shots of her. Yeah. Is her eyes.
Which is kind of a damn shame because those movies could have been dope.
Well, that's a good point of comparison. Is comparing Transformers to Fast and the Furious because both are dumb. But Transformers is like offensively dumb.
Yeah. Fast and Furious is dumb.
It's very
fun.
watchable.
Yeah, and I sincerely have appreciated every part of this series, including the one that people unjustly hate, which would be Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift's not bad.
See, that's why I stopped watching.
And the one that people like, where they should hate, The Fast and the Furious, the 4th one.
No, that was.
Yeah, see, I had already left the ship on that one.
The Fast was.
The Fast is the original.
Okay.
And then the 4th
see,
was
why
Fast
is it gotta be complicated? Why it gotta be so complicated?
Because they try. They try.
The only movie franchise that has a more complicated situation with the titles is the Halloween one.
Halloween is.
There's 3 movies
Rambo's
called Halloween.
Too.
But they've also rebooted that like 6 times.
Yeah.
And they just can't decide what they want to do with it.
Well, they should stop.
We're getting one more.
Probably.
Another Halloween?
Yeah, which is going to be a direct sequel to the recent
all
one.
the strobe ladies are going to kick some more butt.
I'm actually okay with that. I liked the way they gave them the upper hand and made them the threat.
I mean, I knew it was going to be a different move when they gave Laurie Strode a gun. I was like, oh no, she's not playing anymore.
To be fair, that's probably exactly what would have happened to Laurie after that. She'd have just been crazy. And waiting.
Well, the fact that they made her Sarah Connor, that I liked.
Just sitting in her very well fortified house waiting. Like,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, when you're not locked up in the prison cell to just do pull-ups all day, you're not going to have the Lindy hop down the hallway to, you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, cultural zeitgeist. Sarah Connor, she's coming back, y'all.
Yes, no. That's the only reason why I'm even curious to watch the new Terminator.
Well, you are going to look forward to the November 19th Geek Down. Yeah, I got it. It's on the schedule.
He's like, I already had it on.
It's already locked in, guys.
Planned ahead. Memorize the date. But the Fast and Furious franchise has now spawned its own spinoff, which I do appreciate because Hobbs and Shaw was a good... They took an interesting part of the previous movies and found a way to get another, what may or may not be another franchise out of it. And
I mean, if it is, I don't know if Vin Diesel will be happy or sad.
I think this is kind of his idea because
he wanted The Rock out his movie.
Well, that's the thing. Well, no,
The Rock made his own movie.
Well, that's the thing is that the Jason Statham and The Rock have they've done a lot of action movies. They're very, very competent, action guys in their own right. And so I think the problem is when you have Vin Diesel and those guys, you have a clash of egos that is so big that I honestly think that
and
was
then
why
one
this movie
tiny
exists.
ego who thinks he matters, who keeps talking. Which is Tyrese.
I know.
Yeah. Dude, okay, they think,
Wait, they have to give him speaking lines?
Oh, he's complaining about Hobbs and Shaw in real life.
Well, here's the thing. Hobbs and Shaw was a hit, but he's going off and saying, well, it wasn't the biggest hit. I'm just saying, I told you it wasn't.
I was like, this is why they wrote you out of Transformers.
He should be very grateful that he's in these.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the character a lot, to be fair. He's actually one of my favorite characters.
I just hate him
but
in real life.
Wait, you don't.
I hate Tyrese.
I'll give him.
I don't even think he's cute no more.
I'll give him.
His personality has killed it entirely for me.
There's
no amount of good looks or singing that would change him.
He doesn't have his own spinoff.
He's just mad that he a dumbass.
You know what? I feel had Paul Walker not tragically passed away, he would have had his own spinoff at some point.
It's possible.
There would have been a Brian and Roman spinoff.
I don't like his character in the movies either. He annoys me.
Well, in the first movie, I liked him a lot better than what they've made him into, and they've made him into the comic relief, and I don't think he's likable enough to be the comic relief.
No. I hate him enough to laugh at him.
That's a little different. That's
good though.
That's more like a spiteful.
I don't know.
Like
you gonna see it just to like hope he dies. Yeah, damn. All right.
Hey now.
That's a little grim,
Shayla. On the side, how will his character die in the movie?
Keep hoping.
And how
keep bringing him back. Like I want more Ludacris, less Tyrese.
Besides a lot of nameless henchmen, I think to date only maybe 5 named characters have actually died.
Well, that's one of the big
these movies.
Points of contention with this movie that I have seen people bring up because Han, who was an Asian guy who was in 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yes.
He was in a bunch of these movies.
Yes.
And they had
the most likable of them.
He was killed in the of 6 by Jason Statham,
which was only because they had to bring things back to
because he did die in the third
present.
movie. So I understand, but that's the thing is that you go from having Jason Statham, one of the 7th movie, actually killed a character, and now you are supposed to be on his side.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
I can't forget that because I really liked Han.
Yeah, that's the issue in the fandom, though. Like, that's what
it is a very awkward thing because they want Jason Statham. He's a big name, but you're like his character now is changing because he went.
Well, then maybe they'll bring back Han. Maybe they'll be like, he didn't really kill Han. It was all a misdirect.
That would be neat, but that would also be terrible.
They brought back Michelle Rodriguez.
They did bring her
back.
They brought
back Vin Diesel, who was supposedly gone too.
They do a lot of stuff. They brought back one of the characters from the first Fast and Furious as like a nice little, callback to the original.
But they don't bring back
the lacking of any real continuity with these movies also. So
they're trying kind of.
They have. They've tried. And I appreciate that because, like I said, I've been following it since the first one. Not because it was great. But because back then I really liked cars, and they were doing a car movie, and then the next one it's like they're continuing it. I'll see some more cars and some more racing, and it'll be a fun way to go out. And every one of these movies, they felt like it. Well, every one of the first few, they felt like it was the last one, so they tried to go out on something interesting. I appreciate that, And then when they keep making more, it's like they've always been in on the gag. They've always known, look, we're not making Shakespeare here.
Yeah.
You know, but let's just try not to make something that doesn't suck. That's the thing that I can appreciate. And with Hobbs and Shaw, I feel like they started off with that. And then we've barely talked about Hobbs and Shaw itself.
I know, we've just like been talking about the franchise in of itself.
It's so because it's an unnecessarily interesting franchise.
Yes, that is surprising. It's like one of the most weird anomalies in cinema.
I mean,
in modern cinema to this day.
I feel like part of the reason why it hung strong so well is it gave people something other to watch than Transformers. When it comes to like a big action movie, like if you like your big action movies, a lot of times those were your options. It's like Fast and Furious,
I'd pick
Transformers, and I would pick Fast and Furious over Transformers because Transformers is garbage.
Yes, it is.
I haven't watched any of them.
Transformers or Hobbs?
I think I watched the first 3, and then I was just like, no, I watched the first 4. I watched 4 of them.
That's almost all of them.
Well,
and I was just like, and then after that, I was just like, no.
Well, by then you're like, you know what? I would say, well, you gotta. I mean, at the very least, because you've committed so much time. No, do not watch the 5th one.
No,
just because.
With the Knights of the Round.
Like
King
just
Arthur.
King Arthur robots.
I was disappointed about the way they brought in the Dinobot. So I was just like, you know what?
Done.
I don't know.
It all culminates with what should be actually the most badass thing in movie history ever.
It should be, but it's not.
But it's not. It's just. It's obviously like Michael Bay could not find a way to remove a rib so he could suck himself off. So he wrote that into the script and just put it on screen. It is a giant robot with a big ass sword riding on the back of a dinosaur who breathes fire. And he rears up, and then this dude still flies off into space. Like,
it's just, I can't. It's so bad.
It's too much. Like,
Bumblebee was a good movie, but like
not too late.
Right?
No one saw it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's like if only you had thought to make this movie. In the beginning.
But speaking of robots,
yes,
can we talk about Idris Elba?
Oh my gosh!
That's the reason that I was really excited for this movie more than anything was when I read before there was even a trailer. I read that the bad guy is Idris Elba, and he's like a cyborg man.
Yes.
And we've gone from stealing DVD players to we have to fight
a robot man.
A bad guy from like Metal Gear Solid or something. And it was amazing. And he really Idris Elba.
He called himself Black Superman.
Yeah, and then you see the trailer, and he's like, "I'm Black Superman. You can't stop me." And I was just like, "Oh my god!" And you know, I thought it was going to be a complete farce with him, but he actually did really try. And, you know, it was surprising. I thought it was going to be a complete joke, him being a robot. There's a part of me that does wish that he did go full Terminator and get burnt, and it was just robot.
I mean, he's still
but
human.
They were like, no, we're not going to go that far with it.
He's an enhanced human.
Yes, but there was part of me that was wondering, are they? But will he be a complete robot in this movie?
I don't know. Maybe
I
if he
wouldn't
shows
have put it
up in
past
the
him.
sequel.
I wouldn't have put it past him because everything they had him do in this movie, and then he introduced himself. It's not just he was badass and dedicated to the mission. He was a dude who he spent the whole time shit talking. That was part of his character. He had one-liners, he had quips, and he backed them up with his fists and guns that had the chip in the hand that wouldn't shoot for anyone who wasn't approved,
which is literally a Metal Gear Solid.
It was like 1/10 Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the fact that it was Idris Elba above all else. They got the right. If I could think of anyone I would want to see injected into this franchise, it was Idris Elba. And in the trailer when he called himself Black Superman, I'm not gonna lie, a little wet.
Okay.
And it's just And I mean, it's just it seemed like the perfect storm. And then we're watching in the movie where this dude, he's quipping, he pulls a bullet out of his pocket that is part of his backstory, and he tells how he was betrayed a long time ago. And for a second and a half, maybe a second and a quarter, I was on his side. I'm like, oh, that's wrong. Deckard Shaw, wait a minute, hold it. You almost got me.
Well, not in that scene, but when I guess the second time that they both Deckard and Shaw are fighting him, I totally had a moment where I started rooting for Idris, and I'm like, yeah, Idris. No. Like, and I'm like, oh wait, no, you're not cheering for the chocolate this time.
It's hard not to see him as the good guy, because yes, he's played bad guys, but I remember him most as Luther, where he's the good guy who does bad things to get the ultimate good done.
Yeah.
You know, and I kept flashing back to that every now and then, because I'm like, I want to see him as James Bond.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like...
No, he doesn't need to be James Bond, because here he's basically a James Bond villain. And that's, to me, was it. Like, this is...
But we're getting it brown.
Brown. 007.
My thing is that I'm still slightly disappointed, because I really did want Idris to play that
role. 007. And she's the male.
Alright, well then, okay, so we talked about how the relationship between Hobbs and Shaw themselves, that's problematic in itself, but how did they perform in this movie?
They were delightful. Well, I mean, they play well off each other, and they're like...
They look like they're having a lot of fun.
Yeah,
to the point where it's like, they're not even playing characters anymore.
There's like, just like all this quippy...
It was Dwayne and Jason.
This quippy sassiness between the two of them, and it's just...
Which I think maybe there was a little too much of, personally.
Yeah,
they could have dialed it back.
They did. Yeah. That's the thing that got me in this. It was the diatribe between them, where it's like it starts off, you think it's gonna be, I don't want to work with this person, but the fate of the world is at stake. I do a terrible Jason Statham. That was me trying to.
I thought that was like Stallone.
Let me try again. I don't want to work with him, but I have to do the world's
closer.
Okay, all right. I don't really try to do him. It's like the best Jason Statham is just saying his name. I'm Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
I'm Jason Statham. And Seth Green's impression of him in the Italian Job. It's like, do you want my virginity too? Well, if it's on the menu, you know. It sounds like something he would say.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like, they are supposed to be guys who legitimately hate each other. But when they first meet, it's like, well, this guy's a jerk. I don't want to work with him. He's like, well, I don't want to work with him. I can't do The Rock either. But it's just like, the thing is, they're supposed to hate each other. And we got that they hate each other, but they're both like, you know what? I'm going to kick your ass when I see you. Just, it's too bad we got like a line of prisoners between us in the Fast and Furious. I got that. These guys do not like each other. So forcing them together is a bad idea. But in this one, it's more of like a friendly rivalry from the start.
It feels
kind of like a
less
sexy,
like
angry tango.
Yeah, I kept waiting. I'm like, gosh, just do it. And this movie,
I think they more... Whereas maybe they don't like each other, but I think at this point they kind of respect each other to an extent.
They just gotta go on a date, have some pasta, have a tramp and lady moment, touch noses, and be good.
It's not that. Yeah, I mean, it's not that you don't believe that they have to work together, because the scenario is like, oh, Jason Statham is wrapped up in something with his sister. Mm-hmm. The Rock is involved because it's his job, I guess. Like the justification for why they're working together is fine.
Technically,
but it's like, guys, like, it gets to the point where it's like, you guys have been taking the piss out of each other for like more than half the movie. Like, you're literally on a plane, throwing shade at each other. It's like, guys, we get it. We get it. You don't like each other.
They do acknowledge it within the movie.
They do.
And you know what? I thought that would be a more serious scene. Because they come out and say, okay, they have another character come out and say it. But I thought that would be like him actually like, hey, guys, wake up. Okay, look, I get it. We're all tough guys. But the world is at stake, so stop acting like children.
But it's the
that's
bad
what
guy
I thought was happening.
So it's not like he wants them to get along.
Is it a spoiler to say who that actor?
I don't think so. Just
because
the cameos are fun.
Well,
the bad guy said it, but the one I'm talking about specifically,
there's a couple crazy cameos.
Go ahead and lay it out.
I mean,
Ryan Reynolds, Kevin Hart.
I'm talking specifically about Kevin Hart, because he comes out and says,
"Who's the third guy?"
Oh, I can't remember his name, but he was in Deadpool 2. This guy,
Ryan Reynolds, talking about.
Well, no, there was Rob Thomas or something.
Because there was Locke, there was Dinkley, and there was one more dude. The dude who was Jason Statham's handler.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
He was the one that played. What was it, Bob?
He was in Deadpool.
Maybe he might have played Bob the henchman in Deadpool.
Yeah, he was the one that just like, hey,
this movie has the same director.
It might be fun to be a superhero.
Director of
Deadpool explains Ryan.
I'm a mustache. Yeah. I'm ready to go.
But I got excited because Ryan Reynolds comes in very early in the movie, and I was like, what?
That was left field.
Because I thought he was gonna like actually be in the movie for more than one or two scenes. So I was disappointed. by the cameo.
But he was.
I was not
Ryan
disappointed
Reynolds.
by the Kevin Hart cameo because I'm like, just be in this one scene and that's it.
He's like, I'm kind of tired of you.
He's in every movie with The Rock. Just
because they're super best friends in real life.
Okay,
they're a good combination now.
Okay, so they look like 0.1. That's wonderful.
Well, no, I like that until I didn't, and I'll say where I didn't was it looked like Kevin Hart playing against type for once, and I was just like, yo, that's really freaking interesting.
And he doesn't play himself all the time. It's interesting.
well, here's the thing. That would have surprisingly given this movie an unexpected layer of depth. I was just like, but
sure.
Wait, you're looking for depth in your Fast and Furious movie?
That's the
take
thing.
It where you can get it.
I was just like, whoa, wait.
You're mining for slivers here.
Because,
like, we're trying so hard.
Because this is that acting?
Yeah, someone's acting. Kevin Hart is acting.
But was it good acting?
Well, here's the thing. I thought it was until it wasn't. I mean, I'm not. But it shows me that he's capable of this. I guess he just chooses not to do it.
So he has range. It's just not very good range.
No, he has range. He just he made a conscious choice. Or at some point he made like a blood oath to his father on his deathbed not to use it at some point. I guess I don't know. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. What I'm saying. It's like he made a solemn vow not to use his acting ability at some point. Because I mean,
son, wait until the
he comes in like
absolutely.
Okay, not going back to that. Not going back. He comes in as what seems like a serious actor playing against type, and I'm like, oh. They're doing something interesting with this. That's adding an unexpected layer of depth where it's like, I already like this. I'm giving this thumbs up, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just like, it's just too much of a good time not to.
No, this is a popcorn movie.
Yeah, but I thought this was also adding an extra layer of. There's a deeper layer here where they have to snap out of their own respective egos and come together for the sake of the world.
Yes,
not
and make up with their families, because that's the C plot.
Is that
they're making up with their families. Both of them apparently are estranged from their families at one point or another.
Got a lot of family lore.
Yeah, like I love when you get to meet all of The Rock's many giant brothers.
Yeah, they were all gargantuan.
And I love that.
Is he like the runt? Is he the smallest?
That would have been.
No
one can be shorter than The Rock.
One of them is his actual cousin.
Yeah,
they're all like. Well, I mean,
Roman
Reigns, the wrestler, is another. It's like the 19th cameo in this movie.
Where they do a haka?
Yeah, I mean his stunt double is also his cousin.
Yes,
yes.
They do a haka, but it was in English, which is.
Okay.
No, it wasn't in English.
He was speaking English.
No, he was speaking something. They had subtitles on the screen.
Subtitles. That's I'm like, but I understood what he's saying. I don't.
Because
but it wasn't a full.
It was subtitles. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Because it wasn't a full haka.
They do that, and then
Okay. Yeah, I heard there was a haka in
that
that was kind of cool. A haka, if anyone doesn't know, is like the war chant.
Yes.
It's a war dance
that they do.
It's a literal war dance.
Which I couldn't tell. I was wondering while I'm watching this because I'm like, I know The Rock is Samoan.
Yes.
So obviously he's producing.
So they actually went to Samoa.
But I think they actually filmed in Hawaii or something. I saw in the credits.
I mean,
but my point is, I was wondering. I'm like, I know he is Samoan, and it might have even been his idea. But I'm like, I was thinking about like if you did this with other cultures in the movie, I was like, would this be really offensive? Like if the character was like Native American and they did this, it was on that line.
This would be if he wasn't
the
offended. Star.
Yes, I know.
And the producer.
But that's what I was wondering.
Like if they had Statham started,
if someone, that's why it was interesting to me because
or had Statham in it
in a different
had Statham in it with like the war paint.
I wasn't offended, but I was thinking like
he didn't even
was made like 10 years earlier
do any of these.
This would have gone down differently.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. I thought it was funny.
It was borderline, but you're right.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that.
Over with the,
it just was
and they use the traditional like Samoan like weapon, like the more I should say Maori weapons more specifically.
That part I still think it's hokey.
Like
the whole part where they introduced.
Mama said she don't like guns.
It's so stupid. They're fighting like evil bad guys from.
With guns that activate
but they turn their guns off, so it's fine.
Yeah, they hacked the guns off to justify fighting them with clubs.
They hacked the guns with a computer that's about as advanced as an Apple.
Hey, they had the
as a Lisa.
They had the right software.
All right, as an Apple IIe.
Didn't matter.
You know,
It wasn't that old.
A ZX Spectrum is more advanced than the computers they had
Doesn't
at their
matter.
disposal. But
Look,
somehow...
everyone
They did personal
is very
upgrades.
smart. Everyone, like Ludacris, he went from just, hustling car races to becoming a super hacker. So, yes, these auto body
And
dudes
apparently
in Samoa know how to do all this
apparently-
stuff. It's fine.
Yeah, what the hell was that? This dude that knows how to fix a carburetor
But they established that they used to be criminals,
on like
too.
an Edsel from the 50s.
But
so
to be
is also
fair,
fully
when
qualified
it
to
comes to
fix.
car customization, cars now, you kind of do need to have an advanced engineering degree
Yeah,
to
you
do
do.
I didn't
it.
suspend
Like,
it. It's fine.
like,
You're right.
to
So
be
when
fair.
that satellite
Just
falls out of the sky, I'm gonna take it to my local mechanic because since he was also
No.
able.
They do
to
special
suit
customs.
You're
soup
giving
up.
them ideas for the
They're-
next film.
It's called
You're
because they set
describing-
it up that they do special customs.
I am
If
one
you
of
them.
do
Yes,
special
they do.
customs,
And they
you
used
do.
to do criminal stuff, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. This movie is really kind of all over the place, but it is very cohesive. Like when you're actually watching it, it has a story. I think it kind of drags a little in the middle, but like the first act and the third act for me were incredibly entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
We mix it up. We go to different locations and stuff. But
They travel a lot of places in a short amount
and
of
that's
time.
where it becomes a little awkward because
Oh, they have magic portals now?
Yes.
not yet.
Yes.
No. They just have
Kevin Hart.
He's a connection.
Great, now I'm imagining
To say
Fast and
more
Furious,
than
but
that,
now,
I
like,
guess
they're
would be a
gonna go back
spoiler.
in
So let's
time.
not do that.
So I want
I
that,
mean,
but-
they might.
but it
I mean,
was-
I
Go
think the
into
next
space, go
they're
back
doing
in
that.
time.
Yeah.
They are doing
They're
that.
talking about the possibility
Of going into space.
which
Yeah,
I completely
it's like-
support.
I mean, where else is there for them to go at this point?
I don't
They can
know.
only
Just
go up.
for-
Jason Statham already went to the bottom of the ocean in the Meg last year, so he's not going
I
back
don't know.
down there.
For Hobbs and Shaw,
Yeah.
I agree. There's a lot of suspension of disbelief you have to do, but I mean, you already know this from just the trailer itself.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're going to see this but expecting it to stay that deep within realistic bounds, you were fooling yourself. It's just
so
personal
much.
denial. But as for the performances in this, I will say the characters I already went in liking, and my only beef with them was that this didn't have the antagonistic relationship that they've already established for them in previous depictions. I liked the cameos that were thrown in because they were used in fun ways. I like that they used Ryan Reynolds to his strength, which is throwing in the weird, fun dialogue. And I do like that they, even though I consider it really corny and hokey, it is what this franchise, even in spin-off form, has become about. Family, and to a degree there is a wholesome twinge to that, which most movies don't have, so I guess I actually have to respect that. Hobbs and Shaw itself was just a really good time. I thought it was well paced. The only part that dragged for me, well, not even dragged, the only part that took me out of it was when they introduced the family. They're really beating you in the head with that.
Yeah.
And the fact that they removed Luke Evans' character from
That was
this
weird.
entirely, yet they're so big on family, is just something you can't help but notice. So that's a thing that will take you out of it and may kind of skew your view of it if you are a fan. If you're not, it's not even a thing. You're probably not even thinking about it.
I wasn't.
But if you're aware of it, then yeah, it is a weird twinge they have. And also the fact that why is every family member's dialogue a corny one-liner? Everyone is, it's
because
like
they're undeveloped
it's
characters.
They were trying really. Yeah, the dialogue was worse than some of these other movies.
It was akin to if every time someone that wasn't for the last maybe 10 minutes of the movie, everyone who opened their mouth, if it wasn't Hobbs or Shaw specifically, and this is counting the sister, if it wasn't Hobbs or Shaw specifically, it was the equivalent of that line from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man where it's like, this is New York, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Yeah,
it was yo, this is Samoa, you mess with us. It was like everyone said one of those, and that's come on.
Yeah.
But regardless of those, there's enough good in the rest of this. The stunts were there's so much effort put in these stunts where it's just every one of them makes you want to get up and clap. No matter how outlandish it is, it's just someone probably did this practically at some point.
I mean,
And it's just you know what, I got to applaud just because I'm surprised there's not so many news stories of how many people they killed during this production.
I am really curious of how they did that one
folks.
stunt when they're going down the building and the rock jumps out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I'm
the one,
curious of
'cause
how that went.
I'd like to know how.
Also, how is this character not dead?
when they dropped the building on the truck that's still driving, just to get the one guy, That's where I have questions. But I give this a thumbs up just because it was just so damn fun. But like, you have to know what you're going into. So as long as you know what you're going into, yes, this is a definite thumbs up for me. Hobbs and Shaw. Rock.
Yeah, I'd give it as many thumbs ups as I could. More thumbs than I have. I mean, you know, this is... I agree with you where, like, you know, if you like a more cerebral, atmospheric, darker action movie, this isn't really that at all. This is basically a live-action cartoon. But it is a cartoon that I found incredibly enjoyable. So, yeah, it's a really solid recommendation. You just want to go and have, like, a whole bunch of fun watching things explode. There's no better film this year. I would hope.
It's up there with that scene in. It's almost up there with towards the end of Avengers Endgame, when I think it's been months.
Sure.
When Captain America picks up Thor's hammer.
Oh yeah.
Or rather, even better, calls Thor's hammer.
Sure.
It's up there with that scene. It's just like the stunts in this, the action in this, just got it. It just made me think repeatedly. Shayna, you've been awfully silent over there.
Oh no, I give it a thumbs up. This was a big dumb action movie, and I like big dumb action movies. Like this, I think is more effective in doing what The Expendables was trying to do to build out a franchise of like dumb action movies that are reminiscent of the kind of movies that we would have watched like in the late 80s, early 90s kind of situation, like those Stallone and Schwarzenegger movies that were just fun to watch, corny one-liners, big explosions, what Michael Bay wishes he does. You know, like, this is what it is. And if you just want to have fun, watch stuff and explosions, like this is exactly what to watch. Big old thing of popcorn and just have at it.
Concur. Hard.
So that's it.
I want to go watch it after this.